Hello and welcome to this analysis of US oil and natural gas. My name is Vic. Thanks for joining me here. It has been quite a while since I posted publicly on natural gas and UK oil or US oil. In our FCP room, we have been trading it quite regularly and we have been analyzing this market. Um, However, it has been quite a bit of time here in public analysis. So here it is. Hopefully, you'll find it useful. So what is happening on oil? Right, let's start from the monthly time frame. Actually, let's go to the 12th month time frame, which is basically yearly. Right. So if I go to the yearly time frame, what do I see? I see a very simple W pattern here, even on yearly time frame. So we have this W pattern, which is kind of extended W pattern, and this is one of those patterns which actually, like, if it extends to one side, it kind of extends to the other side at the same time. This is a distorted distorted W pattern. It has been able to close this particular gap. Then the market has been able to come here and close that particular gap. Now here, if you pay attention to the upside, now what we have is actually a formation of another W pattern, and when W pattern completes, the market goes down. So in our FCP room, we have been actually looking at this particular area for looking for a long short position. Some of us actually took long positions here. Personally, honestly speaking, I did not take actually many positions on this because my expertise lies in other markets. And I always suggest that whatever actually comes naturally to you, you should trade only that. So I've been analyzing it, and other FCP students have also been, like, taking trades. I've taken few short positions here, which have been really really nice on oil. So if I go to the monthly time frame, if I come here, this is the same W pattern that we saw, and when W pattern completes, the market goes down. So the market is actually kind of retracing onto this impulse. So the market is retracing, it is having a correction on this previous impulse. Now if it is a correction, that means it has to come to a particular level. Now very easily you can spot that this could be that level here, this particular area, which is close to near about, like, anywhere between 80 and 85. However, if you focus on the FCP methods, then you will notice that this can actually fall a little bit further down. Why? Because if I go to the weekly time frame, I can clearly see that there is an M pattern forming, and the midpoint has already been broken. So the market has broken through it. It has gone up to retest it, and the last week was a bearish candle. So I'm expecting oil to start to fall and complete this M pattern, and this M pattern will complete somewhere around 76 area or so. And there are few reasons to it. Like, I'm not going to, like, disclose all of that in here publicly, but there are few reasons that it can actually push down to near about 76 area or so. So if I bring in the analysis very quickly, this is what I'm looking at. This, so this is 80 level or so, so there is an FCP zone between 80 and 76 area, 77 or so. So this is the FCP zone where it can fall to. Once it has fallen into that, then we can expect a bounce up. But until then, I'm looking for a short position on oil market. So this is what we have here on the chart. Let's look at the VATA Envisage. If you have the VATA Envisage, you might have already noticed that I'm looking at monthly time frame. On monthly time frame, we already have this particular signal, sell signal, and the first profit target is going to be approximately here, which is lower than 76, 67. So let me quickly give you an approximate level where it can fall to 66, 62, and 52. So these are all the possible targets. But in the middle of that, we also have that 80 to 76 area, that FCP zone that we saw. So once the market has bounced from that FCP zone, I will take, like, the long position, but I will be very careful with that long position because that may not go all the way to high, like, the previous highs or anything. That may go a little bit high up and then fall back down to reach one of these targets. So if I go to the weekly time frame, on weekly time frame also, we have two targets available given by VATA and Visage automatically. One is this white dot, which is 84, and the next one is going to be approximately 77. And this is where we have that area, that FCP zone. So VATA and Visage is also suggesting that oil can fall down. Okay, so this is what we have on US oil. Let's go and look at natural gas. Now, on natural gas, we have been analyzing it in our FCP room, and we have been looking at a few zones. So there are two zones that we were looking at. One was this here around 8.5, and the next one was approximately 9.5. Now, we know that if it is coming very close to 10, it is probably going to reach 10. Why? Because that's a round number that becomes like a psychological number. So it's quite possible that market this week can try to push beyond 9.5 and go to near about 10. However, you will notice that we have a very weird looking W pattern which is forming here. So this is like this. Now, this is not something that we particularly trade, but we make use of it just to analyze the market. So if this thing actually starts to push higher, then it is quite possible that natural gas will reach approximately 11.5 or even 12. That is quite a possibility. So but until see, we trade what we see. So until we see a breakout from 10, I'm not going to go for a long position. However, if you want to take short term long positions, scalp or medium term or small short term swing positions, then you can obviously go for long positions here. My personal bias is this thing needs to be broken before I can take long positions. Right now this is in FCP zone and we are kind of having a double top, so I'm not going to look into long positions as of now. I'll just wait and watch what happens, whether we have got a breakthrough, or if we get a confirmation to the downside, then only I'll look for a short position. That's going to be my idea of trading on this. Now let's look at it on VATA Envisage. So if I come to VATA Envisage, click on NatGas. Now on NatGas, the market came to I'm looking at weekly time frame, and the market came to what envisage, which acted as support. Then we had a signal, buy signal. Now this buy signal has its target. Now the target is a little bit higher. It has not been able to reach its target so far, and the target so far is 9.89, which is obviously very close to 10. So I'm expecting it to reach 10 because that's a psychological number, and that's a what envisage target as well. If I go to the monthly time frame, there is another target which is available on monthly time frame, and that is approximately 10.8086. So that is also a possibility. Now, this is also a kind of W pattern, and that is why I'm expecting it to go into this area approximately 10. And once it has reached there, then we can assess what we want to do with it, because around 10 I can expect a certain some kind of correction from there. So I'll be looking for short term short positions, but I'll be very very careful with this market, uh, because it's right there in FCP zone, as I said. And even if it tries to go beyond this FCP zone and touches 10, I will be very careful with long positions. I'll rather look for short positions because FCP zone is right there. 10 psychological number is there. I will only go for a long position if it strongly breaks through this 10 and then performs a retest, or some kind of confirmation comes here, then only I look for a long position. So this is what we have on US oil and NatGas. If you enjoyed this analysis, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, put in a comment, and support this channel by sharing it with other traders and trading communities. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a great trading week.